Hello everyone, hope everyone's doing well. Let's see. This is past May 20th. I think it's 22nd or 23rd, whatever. This is going to be put up on Thursday. I just thought, as time goes on, I'm just going to do little things that everyone thinks, oh my God, how do you handle so many currently inked? This month is 70. 70. How do I, this is some of, I'm just going to tell you little things as I think of them. And, I also have another one I did a while back that I might even delete, but I'm not at it. But right now we're going to deal with what I go through. Now it's different for everyone, and since it's not necessarily you have to have it. 30, 20, 10. To me, I still went through the same process. Anything below 10, I didn't. But for me, 10 and above, I went through the same, because this didn't happen overnight. This took about a year and a half to get to this point. I think I went up to, I got to tell this story. I don't know, was it 16, 20, 30? I don't know. It's been a long time. And all of a sudden I says, oh my God, I can't handle it. Now, I washed all but 6 and put them away. I just couldn't handle it. And that's what you do. You kind of stretch and then you go, oh, can't handle it. And there's times I say, usually it's towards the end of the year, and I have usually about 80 or 90 in December because my Christmas pins or holiday pins, whatever you want to call them. And then I have my usual currently inked. So it can be overwhelming sometimes. Sorry, it's allergy season. And it's windy. Oh, yay. And it's how I do it. No one taught me. I know Emma they had a lot of pens, usually 60 to 80 inked. And I says, I'm going to start off. Other than that, I taught myself all this. I'm not saying it's right for you. You do what works for you, always. If it's 3 pins, then it's 3 pins. Anyone says, well, I can't do the rainbow. Why can't you? Pick your 3 colors that you like, and then do it. And when you have that few of pins, the ink and pen doesn't have to match. In my case, I'd go nuts if my ink and pen didn't match. And basically, other than the silvers, the grays, they don't match. The blacks, they don't match because I call neutral colors. This is how I do it. You do it your way. So these are my 3 new ones, and these are the 2 I'm thinking about. Now this one is definitely going. Oh, I love it. Yes, I do. I do love it. So it's not that I don't love this pen, because I do. It's just, to me, it's string. And I tried, with having so many inked, I also want to add some every month or take some. For me, it keeps my collection currently inked fresh. For me. Very good. Well, maybe not for you, but this one here, it's Tailored Pens. I think it's called Sandstorm, something like that. Doesn't have, I'm always switching knits. Always. Doesn't have a knit. But this one is a custom ground by Penro. Tanto. Tanto? I hope I'm saying it right. So this nib will go into this pen. Now, what my decision is, so I already know this one is probably a keep. This one's a keep because actually I've already inked it because I already knew I was going to keep it. This is, let me show you, extra, extra, extra fine. This is a Franklin Khrushchev. I've had it a long time. People keep asking me, oh, what's the, I don't know. Diamine. There it is. Ink Bent. Silent Night. I don't know. I was too lazy to look up. And it's a dark, dark blue. See? It has to be, because this is such a fine nib. Well, it's extra, extra, extra fine. So that I did have, it was very dry. I don't like dry pins. I really don't. So when I was at the convention, Atlanta Pin Show, and so I think I'm gonna be like this, just not the whole time. I had a knit grinder. I says, "Can you fix this? It's dry." He says, "I sure can." Oh, right. So you saw that right? It's like a charm. So it's, the dry knit is thick. So this one is inked with a navy blue ink. Because when you had pin, I don't know if you've ever had very fine nibs. If you put a medium color in, it might work. Do not use any Sheena inks in these ones. I have not had one work. Even the ones that I really love, that I had no problems in a medium knit, I don't do them in anything. I usually don't do them below a medium. But, so, yeah. See how pretty that is. So that's extra fine. This one's going to have the tom-tom. It's these two, I'm deciding, do I really want to ink this one? Or do I just want to keep this one? And if people say, "Oh, you got to fill it all out, blah, blah, blah." Well, I have enough ink. I wouldn't worry about tossing out the little. As you're filling it, well, so you only want that full. Then just do it there and stick it up and just, so you don't have to fill the whole thing. Remember that. So I'm thinking this one's going to be put away and this one is, and I'm going to keep these three. I know I had this one before, but these two are new. I'm also expecting 2 next month. And a third one. Ooh, I know. Ooh. So this one, we'll get this one. I'm probably going to change the ink. I don't know. What do you think, huh? Let's take a look. I know it's green. Oh, you know what? I don't think I have to change the ink. How much do I have in there? See if it's going to be worth it. Oh, yeah. And no, that doesn't bother me. I think I'm just going to leave the green ink. How's that? Because it's dark enough. See? Yeah. All right. Yeah. Something worked out. So these two are going. See how you talked me into it? And these two are staying. This one, it reminds me of summer here. Hot. Okay, let's push this down just a little. Hot. That's all I can say, hot. And then, of course, spring, well, our spring is usually right around the end of February. We had some hard freezes this year, so we took us a bit. Usually come February 1st, we're kind of hot, in the upper 70s. This year it was a little, couple weeks later, end of February, March. So I'm thinking of keeping, well, I know these two. Of course, I just did that one. So definitely these two. I'm probably going to keep this one and then not this. And then I had 3 more coming in June. I don't know when my Leonardo is going to come. But yeah, so that's how I work this part. And, there's what Sydney inks look like. Inked up. Sydney pens with inks. And so that's Sydney. I had it down to 68, 69, 70, 71. And if I get all 3 this next month, in June, that'll make 74 inked because I have to ink them. Unless I really don't think it goes with June. That it's going to go with June because I know which ones they are. It's Purple Leonardo, Blue Opal. It's where see-through. So it's the kind of, I don't know, seeing it on the Instagram and see it in person, a lot of times you go, ooh, that's different. Then I have the herringbone coming. I think they're in Germany. So that'd be the 3rd of June. Then I only have 1 left, and then that's going to be it until, well, I see that's it, you know how it goes. Almost it. I just decided I'm going to start buying more at pin shows than through online. there's some I'd have to buy because, well, one, they're not in this country and they're not going to come to the pen shows I go to. I mean, some of them go to DC, but Baltimore next year. That's my goal. So let's hope so. So if you guys had any questions, please ask. I don't mind. Let me think how long now. Last year, it's been 2 years I'd had at least 60 plus. Oh yeah, 2 years because I had the 50-10 case, and it's 2 years in June, so next month. So it's been about 2.5, 3 years I'd had at least 60 pens inked. And like I say, in come November, I'll have, depending how I think I can handle. There's days you just go, I can't handle it. And there's days, let's ink them all up. That I control myself. I do not ink them all up. That, yeah. Now, I don't know. Do you guys want to see another currently inked? I mean, I have changed a few inks. Oh, that's another thing I was going to talk about. So, let's talk about how can you keep 70 pens inked without going crazy? Well, it's very easily. Most pens, you don't clean each month. I run them dry, or I'm tired of the pen, and I will. Sometimes they're fidgety. You know what I'm talking about. The other had a fidgety one, and you're not in the mood. I clean them out and put them away. Now, a lot of times I back out in a month or a week or even 4 or 5 days. Not right away usually. Well, 4 or 5 days is kind of right away. But yeah, it's what I do. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. But for me, it's a lot of fun. I'm not an artist. I wish I was. I do have pen pal writing. Finally, I'm back on track on that. It's been a while. I've been sick. Allergies. Life. Like all of us. Sometimes you just have to stop certain things. And I was very slow. Very slow. But I'd also said to them, because they'll say, I'm sorry, I'm running a week late. I go, take 2 months if you have to. That's what it's all about. Writing to someone isn't like I have to hurry up and do it. I've been really unhappy with some of that paper I have. They might be good for the extra fine nibs, but when I use my big fat nibs, it looks like trash. Feathers. Oh, I hate feathering. Anyway, so yeah, I get sidetracked easily. So this is what I've decided. Thank you for helping me. I know you guys are saying, well, you just decided already. I go, well, sometimes it's the talking out. Sometimes I think too much on it and I shouldn't. Because if I don't like it, I can always wash it out and get this one. But see, I have 3 pens coming in June. I'm hoping by June 2nd I'll have 2 of them. I'd love to learn harder by then. I don't think so. Would you like me to show you some ink pairings? Like I'll take I don't know, let's take this pen with a lot of colors. And maybe I'll line them up and then show you what I picked and why. I don't go by this. Now, it does have purple in it. And yes, that's red. I look at the pen. You're not really seeing this. So that's another thing. It's not, do you. Don't ever let anyone make you feel you're doing something wrong. You don't know in that, especially I'm telling what I do. I'm hoping to help you a little bit to get a few more pens inked, if that's what you want. Or if you have your 3 pens, then you decide, well, maybe I'll go up to 4 and see how that goes. I had a friend that asked me, can I do the rainbow in 8 colors? I go, yes, of course you can. Of course you can. I mean, just pick 3 colors on the rainbow, and all you have to do is just see what order things go in. Some of it you're going to have to Google. Well, I never liked what these were. These are orangey colors. So that one's definitely more orange than that one, but they are both orange type inks. I never liked where they were at because I always had the low the yellows in between the browns and yellows. Well, I finally Googled, and it turns out orange goes between red and yellow because they're a combination. Duh. Google is your friend. So now I'm much happier. So all those times I was giving myself a B plus or A minus, I should have been getting a D. Hey, I'm hard on myself. We're always our own worst enemies. So there again, you guys had any questions? Please ask. If you had something you would like me to go more in depth with, anything, not just currently, just anything about pins. I'm not saying I'll know. If I don't know, I'll tell you that I'll say, oh yeah, I'll do a video on that. But yeah, it's just, I love my pins, I really do. And the fun. Don't take anything too serious. Oh, that's what I was going to talk about. Okay, I have 70 pins inked. How many had I re-inked? Now, I will say, if the combo is excellent, I re-ink it with the same ink. Do I wash it out? Yes, but it's not a thorough cleaning. You know, I'll run it through water several times. I'll drain it and all that. You know, not drain. You know how you sit it there and get most of the ink out. This is with the regular ink. Sheening ink, I do a little bit more of the cleaning. And Schindler ink gets a thorough cleaning because they can do a lot of clogging and on that. So that's how I do it. This month I had, out of 70 pins, I washed out 15 or was it 17? We'll go 17. I washed 17. One had Schindler ink in it, and the rest did not. So, and I believe I liked all the colors. Let me see. Oh no, see, I also take notes, take good notes. That's the other thing. Take good notes. So that's new. So I did change this one. Actually, I had this nib. I found it. I go, woohoo! But take good notes. See, here's another one. See? That changed too. So you see, I had changed this one. I'm thinking about changing. But this one's, well, this is still 3 months away, so I probably will change it. I just find it's a nice ink, and it's in a rod nib, but maybe I'll just leave it. It's a dock. I'm getting another dock. I'm just going to have it washed out and then take it to Orlando Pin Show and have it worked on, as in ground down to something. This is new, this is new, that one's new, and that one's new. So, I guess I have changed at least 5. See, because I had purple again in there, now it has overcast purple. So just take, I know, you see, can't you lose that? Yeah, I can, but I haven't most of the time. And sometimes I do, and then when I write out the list for pen pals, I always put a question mark if I don't know what it is, and I'll do it for me. For myself too, and you can see sometimes and that's a new one. So yeah, I'm going to say I've done about 8 new inks and pens. Sometimes it's because the ink running low. Sometimes it's got mad at the ink, but not mad at the pen and nib. Does that mean I throw a fuss? No, but sometimes I go, oh, why do you have to do this to me? So sometimes I do a light cleaning, and I'll let it sit overnight, and then I'll decide if I'm going to keep it. Because what was it, 2 years ago? Year and a half ago. It was in December, so yeah, a year and a half ago. I had, I think it was 82 inked. Because of the holidays. I love to have my holiday pens all inked up. And I just got mad. I went down to 42, 43. We'll say 40. I went down a lot. And I had them all washed up within 2 days. That's how crazy I can get sometimes. But yeah, so it's fun. Sometimes you'll get mad at yourself. because you forgot the ink, and that's sometimes why I had to change the ink, because I don't remember which ink I did, and I didn't write it down. So it's, take it as it is, and just did a question on it. And then when it runs out, if you like the condo, I had left it and just did a question. I didn't know who made it or anything. I wrote down purple ink or green ink with a question mark. And my pen pals know what that means. I don't know what I filled it with. Yeah. So it's not that hard keeping 70 pens inked. Now was it 2 months ago I had to clean, it was over 30. And like 7 had the shimmer ink. But I was in the mood to do it. And it doesn't all happen at once. I think the most I did cleaned in one day was like 6. So it's not that hard, really. I know some of you are saying, well, yeah, right. Well, to me, that I've been doing it long enough that you get a rhythm. At first, I'd be saying the same thing. Yeah, right. Just take your time, have fun with it, start slow or not. You know what you can handle. But I will say, with this many ink, my pens match the ink as close as I can. Now, like this ink is pretty close to this one. Pretty close. A little bit of the difference. This one's a shade darker. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to let it go. I'm just going to let it go. So, yeah. But that's the fun of it, isn't it? Well, 21 minutes. I'm going to have to get going. This is the Thursday. I was supposed to do one Monday, but I had something come up, so I didn't get home till late. And it wasn't planned, so. But yeah, so just enjoy the process. And if you look at it that way, it's all you can handle is 15. It's 15, or 3, or 5. Actually, I think someone wrote me and says they can handle 90. And I go, oh, I don't have room on the desk for 90. I have 50, 10. Yeah, I have 70, and a lot of them are on napkins. Like, you take the towels. And if I went any more, I think I'd go crazy. That's why I'm thinking about an 80 pen box. The Tokyo, I'm not going to say it. The one in Tokyo, I love that pen box. I had the 50. I had the pen tray, which holds 10. And that's it, so 60, and then I have 10 on the side, which will soon be 11 on the side. But yeah, so, and I do keep them in color order. This one is clean. This one ran out of ink, so that's why I'm cleaning it. Oh yeah, that storm's coming. Lightning and thunder. I don't like that stuff. I don't like it, especially here. When St. Louis, we used to get them so loud and so close, they used to shake the house. Not too bad here most of the time. I'm not going to say never. Anyways, I think that's enough of me badly. So this is Thursdays. I'm doing this on Tuesday, I believe it is. And so that's questions, comment. If you're shy, I understand. Take my word on it. Best is to just private message me through Instagram. And that's on my about. I have that down. And I know you don't have to follow me on Instagram. Just, it goes to other. I always check. But yes, I want to say thank you for watching. I hope I helped a little bit. Don't be scared. If I can do it, you can do it. Take my word on it. Really. So, now, okay, my question is, do you want to see me after I get my, I'm going to say, what should we do at the end of the month? My new pins. Shall we wait till 3? Now, one might be in the mail tomorrow. One was supposed to be in the mail today, but I don't know. I haven't heard anything, so who knows? Things come up. Life. So we'll see on that. And then Leonardo's coming in June. So that'd be 3. And I'm inking all those. Oh, yes, I am. So do you want to wait till I get all 3 of my pins? And do you want me just to show you what I've done different? Or do you want me to show you the whole currently? And for those of you who liked it and watched the very hour-and-a-half long video, I want to say thank you very much. I didn't think I'd get more than 4 or 5. Okay, I thought I'd get 50. I was hoping for 50 people liking it. I just want to say thank you. You don't know what it means. You really don't. I'm not technical. I do everything in one shot. So sometimes, that one, there was a couple of times I said, oh, no, I'm not redoing this. Every time I tried to edit, you know what happens? I lose the whole thing, or I chop it. Oh, it's a mess. So I just do everything at once. I'm just very not technical. But yes, so I want to say thank you for those of you who, and I'm not saying that, don't go, it's a long video. The thank you, I really do. And this one would be longer because I'll have 71, 2, 3, I'll have 74 inked. So I'm gonna leave that up to you if you just want me to show you some of the ones I just changed. That'd be much shorter. Change the inks and the new pins, and that'll be up to you guys. So go ahead and vote below. You're gonna have to say what, yes, the whole, yes, the everything, or you could just put everything, or no thanks on all. No, don't do that. Sometimes yes on everything, or only the new. Just new. That's why I have to say new, because then I'll know what it is. So yes, I hope that this has helped you. To those of you who are trying to get up to 6 or 7, it's not easy. I was at 6 for months. Then I went up to 10. And I said, I can't handle it. I was back down to 5. And yet I could handle 6. And then I decided, because what I used to do is get a new pen and I go, oh, it's so pretty, take pictures, and then I'd put it away. Never used it. That's how this came about. I says, okay, I'm going to do that, then I can't buy any pens. The end. That cured me. So I want to say thank you for watching. Really, this is what I'm going to do because it's almost 30 minutes. And thank you. I'm almost at 600 subscribers. At 700, there will be a giveaway, a pen. Try that. I don't have it close, do I? Oh, yeah. I'm not going to say it's going to be this one. It will be a fountain pen. No ink, only because it's going to be open to everyone. Here it is. Brand new. It's never been used. That's what the one will be at 700. And I might come up with second place. So thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.